everybody, welcome to GIS E-Pathshala, Grade 8 Social Science History. Chapter 1, our topic is how, when and where. In previous lecture, we have seen something about the dates also, how the dates are important, and then regarding the periodization. See, James Mill periodized Indian history in three parts: Hindu, Muslim and British. British means Christian. So, this periodization was not proper. It is based on the religion, so that is not proper. There is a problem in that. So afterwards, Indian historian divided the Indian history again into three parts. Which are those three parts? In ancient, medieval and modern history. Ancient, medieval and modern history. But again problem came in the modern history, because whatever the concept is there regarding the modern history, that is according to the modern forces. Liberty, democracy, all modern forces. But at that time, all those modern forces were not in India. They were all in the European countries. So again they felt that according to that age is not the modern age, and they describe that age as a colonial period. They describe that age as a colonial period. Now, before the colonial rule, India was self-sufficient and flourished economy. India has made its name on the map of world. Why? Because our country was popularly known as Golden Eagle. Our country was popularly known as Golden Eagle. Why? Because of the handicraft industry, cotton and textile industry, and metal and precious stone industry. Our economy was high. And such development led Britishers to paralyze our country for the benefit of their own country. And because of these things, Britishers came to our country. See, Britishers came to India for doing trade. So our ruler invited them. As such, in India, Atithi Devo Bhava is obviously there. So our ruler don't know. They didn't know that why Britishers came. They thought that Britishers came here for the trading, and because of the trade they can get some benefit in their own country. So our ruler invited Britishers for the trading. But what Britishers do? Britishers came in India and they conquered local Nawabs and Rajas. They conquered local Nawab and Rajas. They took all the indigenous rulers, means the native rulers, under their control. How? By subjugating. By subjugating. What is the meaning of subjugating? Subjugating means Britishers took the rulers under their control by any means. Means by any means by harassing, using the muscles power, or any way they took under control the rulers and Nawabs. And slowly they established their rule. They established totally their rule. They established control over economy and society. They established control over economy and society. See, now in economy means they started collecting revenue to meet their financial expenses. They started collecting revenue from the people and the Nawabs and rulers to meet their financial expenses. Afterwards, they produce the things what they want to export. They started producing the thing what they want to export. Some of the things they are in need, they lowered the prices of those things also. So now they totally established control over economy and society. And afterwards they brought changes in values, taste and customs and practice. See, now they brought changes in values, taste, custom, practice, all the things. So now you can notice, see, economy, society, value, taste, custom, practice means 90% of the things were there under their control and according to their wish, and they changed according to their wish by subjugating. 90% of the things went under their control only. Now, when the subjugation of one country by another leads to political, economic, social and cultural changes, this process is known as colonization. Now, what is there? when the subjugation of one country. So here we can say one country means by the British, by of one country by another. Subjugation of one country. One country means here we can take India, and by another means by British, leads to political, economic, social and cultural changes. This process is known as colonization. This process is known as colonization. Means main it is by the subjugation, means harassing or by any means under control. Now, one important source is the official records of the Britishers. Administrative records of the Britishers is one of the important source for the historians to study about something. Now, administration records. The act of writing was an important. See, Britishers considered the writing as an important thing. They thought that the act of writing was very important. Whatever is written, it is considerable. So they started and they were giving more preference to the writing work. Every instructions, plans, decisions, whatever it may be, etc., had to be clearly written up. Whatever any agreement was there, any discussion was there, anything was there, immediately they were doing the writing work and had to be clearly written up. Properly they are doing the writing work. Once this was done, then the things could be studied and debated. Once this was writing was done, then the things could be studied and debated, and afterwards they started the culture of writing memos, reports, etc. Now, Britishers also felt that it is important to preserve all the records. It was very important to preserve all the records, and records should be preserved properly. So they started the setup of the record rooms attached with the administrative office. And all the offices, Tehsildar office, collector office, whatever offices are there, courts are there, in each and every places they set up the record rooms attached with the office only. And because for that they started the archives and museums also. To keep the records properly, they established archives and museums also. Archive is a place where records are kept. Archive is a place where records are kept. Now presently all the national and state governments have their archives where they are keeping their old records and transactions. In the early 19th century, these records were copied and beautifully written by the calligraphists. Calligraphists are the person who are having the proper writing skill, beautifully writing skill. Those are the calligraphists. They were writing the documents, copied the documents beautifully in the early 19th century. But after, in the middle of the 19th century, the print culture developed. In the middle of the 19th century, the print culture developed, and afterwards the printing records they were getting, and the records were sending to one office to another offices also. So now today we have seen something about the colonial rule, what is colonial, and about the administration record, how Britishers were keeping the administrative records, and Britishers started the importance of writing material. Britishers started the importance of writing things. Thank you.